What's up, Cowboys Nation? Welcome back to Cowboys News TV, your number one source for all things Dallas Cowboys. I'm Dave, and today, we're diving deep into a hot topic that's making waves around Cowboys Nation. After the team's disappointing 1-2 start, the spotlight has been placed firmly on one man, our very own owner and general manager, Jerry Jones. In a recent interview, Jerry said something that's caught a lot of attention. He agreed that it's very fair to blame him for the Cowboys' slow start to the season. But before we get into all the juicy details, do me a favor, smash that subscribe button and hit the notification bell so you never miss an update. We're super close to reaching 12,000 subscribers, and with your help, we can get there even faster. Your subscription means the world to us, so let's keep building this Cowboys community together. Now, let's talk Jerry Jones. On the Sean and RJ show on 105.3 The Fan, Jerry Jones made it crystal clear he's taking responsibility for the Cowboys' rough start to the 2024 season. According to a poll by WFAA-TV in Dallas, more than 70% of voters think Jerry is the one to blame for our struggles. And Jerry? He didn't argue. In fact, he embraced it. That's very fair, he said, owning up to the decisions that have put the Cowboys in this position. Cowboys Nation, let's get your thoughts in the comments. Do you think Jerry Jones deserves the blame for the team's 1-2 start? Should more responsibility fall on the coaching staff or the players? Cast your vote in our poll and drop your opinions below. We want to hear from you. Jerry went on to explain that every major decision made within the Cowboys organization, whether it's about the coaching staff, the players, or even the stadium, has his stamp of approval. He doesn't shy away from the fact that he's deeply involved in every aspect of the team. But here's the kicker, Jerry also mentioned that there are many people behind the scenes providing input that influences his final decisions. He made it clear that while he's the face of the franchise, it's not all on him. But let's be real here, when you're the owner and the GM of America's team, the pressure is always on. The Cowboys haven't won a Super Bowl in 28 seasons, and fan frustration has been building since our playoff loss to the Packers last January. And to make matters worse, in our first 2 home games this season, we've seen an overwhelming number of opposing fans taking over AT&T Stadium. That's right, Cowboys fans were drowned out by Saints and Ravens fans in our own house. Let me ask you, Cowboys Nation, how do you feel about the lack of Cowboys support at home games? Is this a result of fan frustration, or are rival fans just that passionate about coming to Dallas? Let's discuss it in the comments. Jerry didn't hold back when talking about the criticism he's faced throughout his tenure as Cowboys owner. He even reflected on his early days with the team, saying he was baptized when he first bought the Cowboys in 1989. Remember, back then, he made the controversial decision to replace legendary coach Tom Landry, and the Cowboys won just 1 game that season. The criticism was intense, far worse than what he's dealing with today, according to Jerry. Yet, through all the criticism, Jerry remains focused on one thing, winning. He emphasized that no matter how tough the backlash gets, his eyes are always on the prize, lifting another Lombardi trophy. You can have a lot of criticism, Jerry said, but you can end up trolling those trophies high. That's the mindset he's bringing to this Cowboys team, despite the rough start. But here's the million-dollar question, can Jerry Jones lead the Cowboys back to the promised land? Can we really get over the hump and bring home another championship, or are we doomed to repeat the same mistakes? I want to know what you think, Cowboys Nation. Should Jerry step back and bring in a true general manager, or do you think he's still the right man for the job? Let's get a debate going in the comments. As the Cowboys prepare for their next matchup, the pressure is mounting. After back-to-back losses to the Saints and Ravens, the fan base is restless. Jerry acknowledged the high emotions surrounding the team, saying, "It never ceases to surprise me. It's either there because they want to see us get our you-know-what kicked, or it's there because they're following us." There's no doubt that the Cowboys elicit strong reactions, whether from die-hard fans or from those who love to see us struggle. But here's the thing, the Cowboys are America's team. Love us or hate us, people can't stop watching. That's the power of the star. And while we're frustrated with the slow start, we all know that things can turn around quickly in the NFL. Jerry's been through worse, and he's confident that this team can still achieve great things this season. So, Cowboys Nation, what do you think is the key to turning this season around? Is it better play calling? Improved defense? Or maybe it's time for a major shakeup in the front office? Share your thoughts in the comments below. We'll be reading every single one. Looking ahead, the Cowboys have a lot of work to do if they want to bounce back from this 1-2 start. Jerry Jones has taken the blame, but now it's up to the players and coaches to deliver on the field. The season is still young, and we've seen this team overcome adversity before. But time is ticking, and with each passing week, the pressure will only intensify. Do you think Jerry Jones is right to take the blame, or do you think the responsibility lies elsewhere? And what changes would you like to see the Cowboys make moving forward? We'll be keeping a close eye on the situation and bringing you all the updates as they happen. We're taking a deep dive into the Cowboys' early season struggles, especially when it comes to the run defense and the running game. With a disappointing 1-2 start, a lot of questions are being asked, and Jerry Jones is stepping up to address the issues head-on. The Cowboys are last in the NFL in run defense through 3 games, allowing a whopping 185.7 rushing yards per game. To put it in perspective, they've allowed a staggering 464 rushing yards in just their last 2 matchups alone. If you're a Cowboys fan, this has to be a major concern. The interior of the defensive line, which was already a question mark coming into the season, has been exposed in these early games. Teams are running the ball at will, and that's putting a ton of pressure on our defense. On the other side of the ball, the Cowboys' running game isn't much better. Ranked 30th in the league, we're only averaging 73.7 rushing yards per game. That's just not good enough, especially for a team that prides itself on a balanced offensive attack. And get this, our longest run of the season so far isn't even from a running back. It's a 12-yard gain by wide receiver CeeDee Lamb. When your wide receiver has your longest run of the year, you know something isn't clicking with your ground game. Cowboys Nation, I want to know how you're feeling about this. Are you more concerned about the defense's inability to stop the run, or the offense's lack of a consistent ground game? Let me know in the comments. This is going to be a hot topic. Despite the obvious struggles, Jerry Jones defended the talent on the roster. In his latest comments, Jerry acknowledged the team's disappointing start but remained hopeful about the Cowboys' chances to improve. He said, "We need to put this thing together better as a team, more coordinated." He wasn't just talking about the defense either. According to Jerry, the Cowboys need more cohesion across the board on offense, defense, and special teams. Jerry made it clear that the team isn't firing on all cylinders right now. And that's the scary part. If we were playing at our best and still struggling, we'd be in real trouble. But the good news, according to Jerry, is that there's room to improve. And Cowboys fans, we know what this team is capable of when everything starts clicking. But here's the real question: how long do we have to wait for this team to get on the same page? The NFL season is short, and every game matters. Sure, the Cowboys have time to turn things around, but they can't afford to wait much longer. Now, if you're wondering about the last time the Cowboys started 1-3, it was back in 2020 during Mike McCarthy's first season as head coach. That year, we finished 6-10. Not exactly the result Cowboys fans were hoping for. So, the big question looming over this team right now is whether we're headed for a similar fate in 2024. Jerry was asked about whether this Thursday's game against the New York Giants is a must-win. He stopped short of calling it that, but he did acknowledge how important the game is, especially because it's a divisional matchup. And we all know how crucial those division games are. Win those, and you've got a chance to stay competitive in the NFC East. Let me ask you, Cowboys Nation, is this Thursday's game against the Giants a must-win? Drop your thoughts in the comments. Jerry had an interesting take on the concept of must-win games, saying, "What's a must-win? We play 17 games. Some sports play over 150 games. He went on to explain that you might look back at certain games and realize that's when you turned the corner as a team. So while he's not calling this game a must-win, he's still putting a lot of importance on each possession and every opportunity the Cowboys have to get better. But here's the thing, Cowboys fans are tired of waiting for this team to turn the corner. The Super Bowl drought has gone on for 28 seasons now, and after a promising off-season, the last thing we want to see is another slow start. The pressure is on, and every game is starting to feel more and more like a must-win as we head into Week 4. The big question now is how the Cowboys can turn things around. On defense, we need to tighten up in the trenches and stop letting teams dominate us on the ground. Players like Osa Odigizua and Carlos Watkins need to step up, and the coaching staff, led by Mike Zimmer on defense, has to figure out how to make adjustments before it's too late. On offense, we need to establish the run. Guys like Rico Dowdle and Deuce Vaughn have to step up, and maybe it's time to get more creative with our play calling. Dak Prescott can't be the entire offense. If we don't find some balance, teams will continue to key in on stopping the passing game. Cowboys Nation, what do you think is the biggest issue? Is it the defensive line, the running game, or something else entirely? And how confident are you that we can turn this around before it's too late? I want to hear from you in the comments. Let's get this discussion going. And before we wrap up, if you haven't already, make sure you're subscribed to Cowboys News TV. We're closing in on 12,000 subscribers, and we'd love for you to be a part of the journey. Hit that subscribe button, ring the notification bell, and don't forget to like this video if you're enjoying the content. Every like, comment, and subscription helps us grow and keep bringing you the best Cowboys coverage around. As we head into Thursday's matchup against the Giants, there's no doubt this is a pivotal moment in the season. While Jerry Jones may not be calling it a must-win, the Cowboys can't afford to fall to 1-3. The defense has to step up, the offense needs to find its rhythm, and it all has to come together fast. Thanks for watching, Cowboys Nation. We'll keep you updated with all the latest news and analysis as the season continues. Don't forget to drop your thoughts in the comments, and let's keep rooting for our boys to turn things around. Until next time, stay strong, stay loyal, and as always, go Cowboys!